Hello everyone, welcome to Brilliant Bankers. In today's session, we'll be discussing about mobile banking. So, what is mobile banking? What are the different types of mobile banking that is being used in banking market today? All these will be discussed in this chapter. What is the profitability of the mobile banking for the banks? What are the security issues that arise in this? So, to start off, let's go with the history of the mobile banking. The history of the mobile banking. It starts with the advancement in mobile banking and is attributed to the advancement of the internet also. It is not a transaction future as it was in the early 1990s, but it has evolved and become a major player in the banking sector. As on date, the apps are becoming a very big contribution to us. So to discuss the start of mobile banking, initially it was started as a SMS-based push-pull service. For example, a customer sends a designated code for account balance and he gets the information on the same thing. Then came the early 2Ks, wherein both SMS and web based things started. It had the SMS services with the introduction of smartphones with web services also, web support services, enabling them to use the mobile web, wherein the bank websites and the services therein with the accessibility on the mobile and tablets. Other than this, push SMS services on account alerts were sent automatically, mostly in real time. So in early 90s, only the pull services were there. That is whenever the customer wanted some details about their account, they used to get it by sending a particular SMS. But after the start of the this generation, that is after 2K, what happened was the push service also started. What is a push service? These are the messages that are being sent by the banks. Then came the generation wherein from it started from the 2010s. It is still on and it's on the process also of upgradation. After the initial success of the iPhone and the rapid growth of the Android based banking apps, mostly the customers were diverted to a mobile based website or an application as the customers felt it was more user friendly and they started using these mobile banking apps like that of the Yono app, the used by the State Bank, the HDFC app, the Union Bank having their own app. All these apps were started. And after that, the future of mobile banking is with the smart wearables, which are the thing of the day. These wearables are the IoT that are being used nowadays, the Internet of Things, which is capable of a number of push opportunities for financial institutions worldwide. So the advancement of the mobile phone technology and the increase in the mobile phone density with the advent of the 5G technology also presents an unprecedented leverage to the mobile phone users and also to the unbanked and the underbanked population, wherein they can use these electronic devices for their banking purposes. Coming to the product futures and diversity, on date the mobile banking is done through SMS by USSD, that is dialing the star 99 hash system, by using mobile apps, getting real time banking updates with the IMPS, the RTGS, and the UPI. So let's discuss all these in detail. What is a SMS channel or SMS based technology? SMS based technology can be divided into two types. There is a push and the pull method. What is a push method? Push method is a method wherein the bank sends you messages, automatically sends messages like that of the interest credits, the change in interest rates, the EMI due messages. All these are called push messages. Pull messages are the messages that a customer takes from the bank. So all the data that any customer wants is taken by using a certain code in the SMS format. So these are called the pull messages. So for the examples of a method messages are the FDR maturity alert, the loan repayment alert, bank product promotions, wherein the banks does all these things, bank notices, the greetings that are being sent by the banks, that is a birthday greeting and the anniversary wishes, all these come in the push method. What are the pull method? Wherein the customer checks their banking balance, checks their loan eligibility, whether they are eligible for any loans or not, their currency rate checks, what is the current or the on date, what is the value of their currency, that is being checked, the recent transaction informations that the customers can get, and the branch location inquiry, whatever the customer needs. As per his requirement, he can check the location of the nearest branch. These are the push and pull methods. So push method messages are the messages that are directly sent by the banks, and pull method messages are the messages that the customer takes from the bank. So what is an USSD? USSD is the abbreviation for unstructured supplementary service data. So this is one of an innovative payment service launched by the NPCI that includes the star 99 hash service. And this is what is it called? It's unstructured supplementary service data. This service was launched envisioning the potential of mobile banking and the need for immediate low value remittances, which will help in financial deepening and the mainstream banking services. It was dedicated to the nation on the 28th of August 2014 as part of the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana star 99 hash service, which was launched to taking the banking services to every common man across the country. Banking customers can avail the services by dialing star 99 hash, a common number across all the telecom service providers on their mobile phones. It doesn't require a smartphone. If you have a smartphone, you can use it, but a normal tap phone or a chocolate phone or a bar phone that we used to call it in earlier days, a bar phone can be used without any data processing method. The maximum limit of fund transfer per customer in this is only rupees 5,000 per day. It is a common technology platform which has been developed by the NPCI, which allows all the banks and the TSPs to seamlessly integrate with each other to provide banking services to the customers at a large over their mobile phones in a basic mobile phone as well. So, what is the convenience of a USSD service? It is a value-added services from the NPCI that facilitates the customers to check the status of his or her Aadhaar number seeding or linking in the bank account. The service works across all GSM service providers and brings together diverse ecosystem partners such as the banks and the TSPs. Considering all these, the various subsidies and benefits of the state and the central government schemes under the direct benefit transfer program are being doled out basis on the Aadhaar number of the beneficiary. So this service has proved to be a convenient mechanism for the users to ascertain his or her Aadhaar seeding or linking status in the bank account. What are the financial, non-financial, and the value-added services that are being or that can be obtained using this USSD services are they can send money, they can request money, they can check their balance, they can check their profile, they can also check if there is any pending request, all their transactions, and also update their UPI pin using this. And some of the features of USSD are it works without internet, it works round the clock, that's 24/7, accessible through all common code, that is star 99 hash across all the TSPs, all additional channel for banking and key catalyst for financial inclusion. So they don't have to install any application on the mobile handset to use this service. The main thing is that it can be used 24/7 and they do not need any internet service. So anyone going to a place where you don't have a internet service, you can use this facility of USSD, which is being used to the bare minimum on date, except for the government departments. So let's discuss about IMPS. That is an immediate payment service. It is an initiative of NPCI again. It is a service through which the money can be transferred immediately from one account to another account within the same bank or across other banks. All that is required for this is the MMID number. This is a 7-digit numeric number. To initiate the transaction, the sender in his mobile banking application needs to enter the registered mobile number of the receiver, MMID of the receiver, and the amount to be transferred. Upon successful transaction, the money gets credited in the account and the receiver immediately. This facility is available 24/7 and can be used through mobile banking applications. Some banks also have started providing the service through the internet banking profile of their customers also. Though most of the banks offer this facility free of cost. There were few banks that used to charge money for this. For example, ICICI and Axis Bank used to charge as per their NEFT charges rate. Nowadays, money through this service can be transferred directly, also by using the receiver's bank account. Earlier, it was using the MMID code, but nowadays it can be used. The money can be transferred using the account number and the IFSC code of the customer. This facility can be available 24/7 and on all public and bank holidays, that is including the RBI holidays. Next, let's see what is an RTGS, real-time gross settlement. The acronym RTGS stands for the real-time gross settlement. The RBI maintains this payment network. RBI maintains this payment network, and RTGS is a fund transfer mechanism wherein the transfer of money takes place from one bank account to another on a real-time basis and on a gross basis. This is the fastest possible money transfer system through the banking channel. So what is a real-time basis and a gross basis? Real-time basis means as and when you transfer the money, it goes to the other person's account. And it's not taken in a bundling system or a bulking system that is taken care of in the NEFT facility. In NEFT, the money is sent in batches after all transactions are cleared. But in RTGS, it is not sent in batches, it is sent on a single account basis. The transactions are settled as soon as they are processed. All these gross settlement means the transaction is settled on a one-to-one basis without bunching with any other transaction. Considering that the money transfer takes place in the books of the Reserve Bank of India, the payment is taken as a final and irrevocable. Once any transfer is done through RTGS, it cannot be revoked back. These core banking enabled banks and branches are assigned an IFSC code for which is being used for the RTGS services. IFSC code for RTGS and NEFT purposes. This is an 11-digit alphanumeric code and unique to each and every branch of the bank. The first 4 letters indicate the identity of the bank, and the remaining 7 numerals or the letters indicate the name or the identity of a particular branch. This code is provided on the checkbooks which are required for transactions along with the recipient's account number. So RTGS is a large value transaction wherein a minimum value of the amount should be rupees 2 lakh, whereby financial intermediaries can settle interbank transfers for their own accounts as well as their customers. The system affects final settlement of the interbank fund transfers on a continuous transaction by transaction basis throughout the processing day. The basic purpose of RTGS is to facilitate the transactions which need immediate access for the completion of the transaction. So banks can use the balances maintained under this for the CRR and the intraday liquidity to be supplied by the central bank for meeting any eventuality arising out of the real-time gross settlement. The RBI has fixed the ideal limit for banks to 3 times their net own fund or the NOF. So what is a NEFT facility? NEFT, National Electronic Fund Transfer. It was started in November 2005. The NEFT system is a nationwide system that facilitates individuals, firms and corporates to electronically transfer funds from any bank branch to any individual firm or corporate having an account with any other branch in the country. NEFT and RTGS both go through the same process. The only thing is that NEFT goes through batches and RTGS is not through batches. It is a one-on-one transaction, but NEFT it has a batch in every half an hour. This is the only thing that is to be checked out, and that is a gross settlement. This is a group settlement. This is not like that of the RTGS, even though it is not on real time basis like the RTGS. Half hourly batches are run in order to speed up the transactions. So NEFT allows individuals, corporations, and organizations to easily transfer funds electronically between bank accounts. It can be processed in batches throughout the day, ensuring prompt processing and transfer of funds. It can be initiated through internet banking, mobile banking, or by visiting the bank branch, providing the flexibility and convenience of the customer. It allows transfers of any value, making it suitable for both small and large transactions. So NEFT do not have any lower end limitation or a upper end limitation. Whereas in RTGS, you had a lower end limitation of rupees 2 lakh. NEFT do not have a limitation of the lower end. You can send it from a single rupee to any amount. NEFT transactions have strong security measures and authentication mechanisms to keep your funds safe during the transfer process. Automatically, we receive a confirmation message after the successful NEFT transfer, ensuring transparency and providing the peace of mind for the customer. These transactions do not involve any fees, making it cost-effective option for transferring funds compared to other methods. And NEFT transactions are usually processed within the same day, ensuring quick and timely fund transfers between the bank accounts, that is in batches. We will go through the other one, the real time, that is the UPI. What is UPI? It's Unified Payment Interface. Unified Payment Interface is a payment system that was launched by the NPCI again. So what did NPCI launch? What are all the things that NPCI has launched? NPCI has launched the RTGS. NPCI has launched the UPI. NPCI has launched the USSD. All the three are launched by the NPCI. UPI is a payment system that allows money transfer between any two bank accounts by use of a smartphone. UPI allows a customer to pay directly from a bank account to different merchants, both online and offline, without the hassle of typing the credit card details or the account numbers. All that is required for UPI transaction is a QR code or a mobile number. So it is safe as the customers only share a virtual address and provides no other sensitive information. All merchant payments or remittances, bill payments, among others, can be done through UPI, that is using the QR code. The launch of the UPI by the NPCI, that is the National Payments Corporation of India, has provided an impetus to India's move to incentivize the digital payment with the vision to transform India into a digitally empowered economy and reduce the dependence on cash transactions. NPCI is the umbrella body for all payment transactions or payment systems in India, which makes digital transaction as effortless as sending a text message. So again, coming to the same thing, NPCI is the main umbrella body which has brought out the USSD, the RTGS, and UPI. UPI makes cutting edge changes by supporting the real time transfer of money between accounts across banks using smartphones by the use of just one single interface, creating interoperability and superior customer experience. Embracing the smartphone boom in India and the inclination of the customers to move to digital mobile based solutions, UPI addresses the challenges and the limitations of the existing payment systems, wherein customers are required to disclose sensitive financial details like that of the bank account details, the IFSC code, the credit or the debit card details, and the sensitive PIN numbers, wherein it was used for all the transactions earlier before the advent of the UPI. While initiating transactions and juggle between different mobile number or different mobile banking applications with their different user IDs and password. So once the UPI has come in, you don't have to use different customer IDs for any transactions. You can go into your UPI app. You can add all the accounts that are linked to that particular mobile number. UPI is an instant payment system developed by the NPCI, again, an RBI regulated entity. So UPI is built on the IMPS structure and allows you to instantly transfer money between any two parties or any two bank accounts. So today we will stop our class in this point. We will continue with the other things, the profitability and the security issues of mobile banking in the coming classes. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Your feedback is invaluable to us. This is Nishant signing off from Brilliant Bankers. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel, The Brilliant Bankers. Jai Hind.